Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the AFC North lately, you know that things are heating up. The division has always been fiercely competitive, but right now, there's a ripple of change, and it's centered around the Cleveland Browns, a team that's been rebuilding and retooling with a clear eye on contending for a Super Bowl. And today, we're diving into a story that's shaking up the team's current narrative, involving a player who's been making waves, Quinshon Judkins. Well, I say player, but what's really catching everyone's attention isn't just his on-field performance, but an incident that's been making headlines, his arrest, which has thrown a bit of a curveball into the Browns' plans and roster considerations. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is this such a big deal? The Browns have been building something special, especially on the offensive side, with an emphasis on running the ball and establishing a physical, smash-mouth style that's reminiscent of the great Browns teams of the past. Judkins, a talented running back, has been seen as a promising piece for this puzzle. His skill set, his agility, and his vision out of the backfield, all of that pointed to a bright future in Cleveland. But now, with this arrest, questions are swirling about his immediate future with the team, and what this means for the Browns' running back depth chart. Let's take a moment to understand how Judkins got here. He's a player with a lot of potential, and Cleveland's coaching staff was counting on him to be a key contributor this season. His explosiveness, his ability to break tackles, and his vision in the open field made him one of the more exciting young runners in this draft class. The Browns have been investing heavily in their run game, and Judkins was seen as a perfect fit for that philosophy. But of course, off-field issues can complicate things, especially when they involve legal matters. The news broke that Judkins was involved in an incident that led to his arrest, and that's triggered a lot of conversations around the league and among Browns fans. Now, it's important to clarify that, at this moment, the details surrounding the arrest are still emerging. We don't have all the specifics, and the Browns organization has yet to make an official statement regarding his status. But what we do know is that this kind of situation puts a player's future in the league, and with the team, into question. It's a stark reminder of how fragile everything can be in the NFL, especially for young players trying to make their mark. The Browns, a team that's been on the rise, now have to carefully evaluate how this incident impacts their roster, their locker room culture, and ultimately, their plans for the upcoming season. Looking at the Browns' current roster, they've already got a solid core of running backs, including Nick Chubb, one of the most dominant runners in the league, and others who have shown promise in limited opportunities. Chubb's absence last season due to injuries opened up opportunities for younger players, and Judkins appeared poised to step into a bigger role. But with this arrest, the team might need to reconsider their depth chart, possibly looking into other options or even exploring the possibility of bringing in additional talent to avoid over-reliance on a player who's currently facing legal troubles. This situation also raises questions about the Browns' approach to player development and discipline. Cleveland has been building a culture of accountability, especially under head coach Kevin Stefanski, who emphasizes discipline, teamwork, and focus on the fundamentals. How this incident will be handled, whether Judkins remains with the team, faces suspension, or perhaps even gets released, remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the Browns will need to navigate this carefully, balancing their desire to build a winning team with the importance of maintaining a positive locker room environment. Now, diving a little deeper into the team's current outlook, Cleveland has shown resilience and a strong desire to contend in the AFC North. With the likes of Deshaun Watson leading the offense and a defense that's been steadily improving, the Browns are positioning themselves as serious contenders. But injuries, off-field issues, and roster moves like this can shake up their plans. It's also worth noting that the AFC North is a division that has become even more competitive recently, with teams like the Cincinnati Bengals, Baltimore Ravens, and Pittsburgh Steelers all vying for supremacy. Every piece of the puzzle counts, and a controversy like this can ripple through the entire division. On the offensive side, Cleveland's game plan has revolved around a balanced attack, with Watson orchestrating the passing game when needed, but also relying heavily on the run to control the clock and wear down defenses. Judkins's potential contribution would have complemented that strategy perfectly. His ability to hit the outside and make plays in open space was expected to give Browns fans more excitement and diversity in their offense. But now, with the uncertainty surrounding him, the team might have to rely more on other backs, like Jerome Ford, who's shown flashes of brilliance when given the chance. This incident also highlights the importance of player character and the team's long-term vision. Cleveland has been trying to rebuild its image, focusing on creating a positive culture and avoiding distractions. An arrest, especially involving a young player with a lot of promise, can threaten those efforts. It's a delicate balancing act, supporting players through their struggles while holding them accountable. The Browns are no strangers to tough situations, and their leadership will need to decide how to handle this carefully, possibly setting a precedent for how they deal with off-field issues moving forward. As we look ahead, fans are naturally wondering what this means for the upcoming season. Will Judkins remain part of the team? Will he face disciplinary action, or could this situation lead to his release? That remains to be seen. But the Browns' front office is undoubtedly working behind the scenes, assessing all options and preparing for all scenarios. The team's coaching staff, led by Stefanski, will also need to adjust their game plan accordingly, possibly emphasizing more of the established veterans and less of the unproven rookies until things become clearer. Despite all of this, it's important to remember that the Browns are still a team full of talent and potential. They have a solid foundation, and they've shown they can overcome adversity. The AFC North is a tough division, but Cleveland has the talent, the coaching, and the resilience to bounce back from setbacks like this. Fans should stay optimistic, keep supporting their team, and trust that management and coaching staff are making the right decisions to keep the team on the path to success. And of course, the NFL as a whole is watching closely. Issues like this remind us that talent alone isn't enough. Character, discipline, and accountability are just as vital. The Browns will need to handle this situation with care, ensuring they make decisions that align with their long-term goals and values. It's a test of their leadership, and how they respond could define their season and perhaps even their future in the league. So, as we wrap up this update, remember that the Browns are a team with a rich history, a passionate fan base, and a relentless drive to succeed. This incident is just a chapter in their ongoing story, one of resilience, growth, and the pursuit of greatness. We'll be watching closely to see how everything unfolds, and rest assured, we'll bring you all the latest updates as they happen. Cleveland Browns fans, stay strong, stay hopeful, and keep that passion alive. This team has what it takes to rebound, to grow, and to make a serious run in this season. The road might be a little bumpy right now, but every team faces challenges, and it's how they respond that truly defines them. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Judkins will stay with the team? How do you see this affecting the Browns' season? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. This is what being a Browns fan is all about: facing challenges head-on, supporting our team through thick and thin, and believing in that bright future ahead. Keep the faith, and let's see how this story unfolds in the days to come. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Browns.